welcome back to Sitting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I don't know if I'm getting my YouTube back today or not. Today is day 7, but I just looked at the things and I don't remember when my first strike was. I feel like it was definitely longer than 3 months ago, but if it wasn't, then I'm gonna be kicked off for 2 weeks. Anyway, I just wanted to share. I'm gonna make sure that I post all of this shit in order as I've been recording. I did my hair, I curled it. You can't really tell because it's already fallen. But today was the grand opening of the Teen Youth Center. And it's an incredible building. We had to leave early because, of course, Niall started acting like an idiot, which is fine. There was a lot more people speaking than I thought there was gonna be, and the mayor and Linda are my 2 contacts, and they were like, it's okay. And so I'm going to be doing mental health and art stuff over there, so it's all good. We'll figure it out. I'm canceling art space tomorrow because I don't feel like it. It's cold, and next week we have the first workshop of the year. So I do need to find magazines this week to use for vision boards. Do I think anyone's gonna come? Probably not, but I always need magazines. It's fine. Also, I wanted to say that the puppy is better today. I went over there this morning, to feed them and take care of them, and she was herself again, and I was like, oh my god. Last night I did a big energy support for her, and apparently it worked. I thought she was gonna die, so I was really holding that space for that transition, but she was back to herself today. Even if she's not 100, she looks like she's coming out of it. She looks like she's getting all better, so I'm not tweaking on my dogs. Everyone's outside. It snowed last night, so I feel like she's gonna be getting better, which makes me feel amazing, obviously. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and record my re-record, because I already recorded it once, but it was the day that I got banned, and so I was really butthurt about that and kind of took a lot of space. So I'm gonna re-record my critical thinking about Stranger Things today while my hair looks totally fat. This takes so long. It takes 45 minutes for me to dry it, and then I straighten it because of my waves, and then I have to go back and curl it in the morning, and I haven't done it in a long time, and I was gonna not do it, but because we were going in public and being around, and I'm glad I did, because there were a lot of fancy people there. It felt like a very corporate environment. It's a partnership between the United Way, some other people, I don't know, but it's crazy because the youth center is exactly what I envisioned when I was really wanting a building in this town, and so I'm so excited. It's literally exactly what I wanted, and I didn't have to pay anything for it or have the responsibility. I get to be the fun aunt who comes and supports the space. That's incredible. And Linda and Kathy's the mayor, but she's also the CEO of Arizona Grow, which is the organization that put this on. And so it was cool because I didn't realize how enmeshed in different organizations it was. APS, the electric here in Arizona, the electric company, also sponsored it. So the initiative is just huge. It's definitely something I would have never been able to do by myself, and so I'm just so excited to be a part of it, because they have this huge kitchen. They want the kids to learn how to cook. They've got a hangout spot. They've got podcasts and Apple computers and microphones, and then they're gonna have a shop, so the kids that make stuff are gonna be able to sell it. This is literally exactly what I wanted for a building in this town. I wonder if I was just picking up on the psychic vibes of what they were planning. So I had my meeting with Kathy and Linda in October, and she's the CEO, and she's also the mayor of this town, and she's really cool. I like her, and so I'm excited. I hope that Niall will be cool, but I'm happy to have our projects outside of it as well, you know, as an entrepreneur. But the kids are gonna start like a podcast and shit. This is the first youth center in this part of the state. So it's just a really, really cool initiative, and it's completely community led. Like the kids told the grown-ups what they need, and then the grown-ups made it happen, which I could get on board with that. It's secular, it's not religious, so fuck yes. They did a shout out to the kids on the res, so I feel really good about participating in this activity, or in this space. It's gonna be really dope. If you don't know, I do mutual aid for the high schoolers at the very least. I do it sporadically at this point because my funding is low at this moment. But I feel like mutual aid is something that I can also support in that space. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. And this was just a really hard week. And so I knew that Niall and I needed to go over there and like get a reset. And he just didn't want to sit through the speeches. And I didn't either because they all say the same thing. We listened to the mayor, and then Niall started to get loud, and people started looking. So I was like, okay, when he's done and there's clapping, we can like exit, right? I was gonna go back over there and do a tour because they do have an open house until 2, but we don't need to do that right now. Like I said, there's a lot of suits over there and shit. So I just changed back into my clothes, my comfy clothes. I wore the green dress. And I looked nice. We looked nice. Niall and I both were wearing black and green. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited that this is going to be happening. This is exactly what I was envisioning for a different building in town. And as you know, I don't have money to fund my projects at this point. And so they were sharing a lot of that stuff, and that was interesting. They got like $150,000 from what was it, United Way, and then there was this other like mental health group of people. We didn't get to hear what they were saying, but with my expertise, I did tell them my expertise. They know about, you know, Kathy and Linda both know about my master's degree, and the work that I specifically did around my master's degree, and I'm really excited to be a part of this. This week was really, really hard for me until yesterday when I talked to another friend. And I, you know, made a video last night and cried. And I'm still going to post all of those because I really am grateful for this space over here on YouTube, even if I can't post right now. You know, a week or 2 weeks isn't that bad versus losing my channel forever. I don't want to do that at all. So I need to be a good girl. Oh, I know what I did wrong, so I just won't do it again. And I think I'm gonna start making backup accounts for my other projects and start posting all of the videos on this channel over there, so that if I do lose everything completely, I can back it up. I don't know. I have a couple different emails that I can start that process on. But I have like almost 4,000 videos, so it's kind of a lot. But I definitely think that I was thinking about that this morning. I need to set up a backup. So once I get my channel back, I will be doing the daily the decolonizing 101 and a mental health and wellness like immediately. I have a couple readings here on my computer and on my phone that are ready to upload. I tried doing a reading last night. I think I'm still going to upload it because it kind of came out as a collective message. But the energy is very low right now for the collective. Like I said, myself included. Until today, I feel a lot better. I really needed to like ground myself in this geographic location, and today helped with the youth center. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. This is going to be fun. I think that if we can make the youth recognize that there is like a world to live for, and that's everything that Kathy was saying when she was doing her little spiel, was like her little was a little condescending. I didn't mean it like that when she was speaking. When she was like introducing the space and the project, she said that the kids, because like the podcasts are going to be interviewing people in the community. Arizona Grow is an organization about workforce, but this is giving them like expertise in a whole bunch of different stuff. It's a beautiful project. I'm very excited to be, you know, a support in this. It is mostly going to be volunteer, but when I did talk to them in October, Linda was like, oh, I hope we can get you money for that. Okay. Oh, they just said to email this woman. So I'll email her. Did anyone else say anything on this post? They asked for volunteers this week on Facebook, and so she just said to email her. Lindsay. I like how she spells that. So obviously at this point in my life, I am a mother first and foremost, and everything I do revolves around that. That was another thing that I told them. I was like, Niall will be with me. He stays with me. And they're both mothers, so they totally get it. And, you know, I'm very aware that, like, the spaces are not meant to cater to Niall, but Niall is, like, physically there. Same as when I teach at the NPC, I provide Niall his own space and stuff. But that doesn't mean that Niall's going to take away from everything. And so, depending on his day and his mood, some days are better than others. But I think getting around big kids and seeing how they work is going to be really helpful for Niall. I've kept him away from kids his age for the most part, unless they were coming to youth or the art center or art spaces, or college, obviously. But I think it's very important for me to, I'm not like a helicopter mom, but I think it's important because he's different to make sure that he doesn't bully others and he doesn't get bullied. And so that's why I'm very strict about this. But I think getting around other kids, you know, can be really helpful. But I also recognize that like the podcast room is not going to be a space for Niall. You know, they're not fully, all of the space isn't fully moved in. They had like a whole bunch of like different rooms, so I'm kind of wondering what those are for. But I don't know, I probably should have gone back over there, but like I said, it was very corporate feeling, and I can just email Linda and Kathy about it. And Lindsay, I guess, is now my contact. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but I feel better today. I'm really happy to see Rosie better. At least her spirits are up, so I'm gonna do another energy healing for her tonight. Oh god, it was such a relief to see her doing well. My mood this week has really been because of her going through what she's going through. So yeah, I just wanted to share. I'm here. I'm gonna try and post tonight. I feel like the guidelines is like a to the hour 7 days situation. I tried posting this morning to see if maybe it had lifted because it's day 7. But I think if I recall my video, well, I can actually go in and see when I posted it. But once I get my channel back, I'm going to start doing the daily, I'll start doing the daily affirmations again, at least on TikTok. I don't know. It was a long week, okay? But it was nice to be over there, and I'm excited for that. Chocolate. White chocolate. I think I deleted all of my correspondence about this shit. What? Oh my god, did someone sign up for my class? It says, I just got an email from the college, a reminder that your class decolonizing starts 1:12 at 11 a.m. Did someone sign up? Right, I gotta call the college and email Lindsay about the youth center. I will see you guys hopefully later today. If not, we'll see.